Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to Jason's General Store. We're doing another premiere draft of the new set, Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Turn up our mic volume input a little bit, and let's get into this next draft. Yeah, set's pretty interesting so far. It seems like, what mechanic is it? Commit a crime seems like a pretty interesting mechanic to me so far. I feel like I got smoked by commit a crime and also just big green decks. So does the battlefield exile target creature. When it leaves the battlefield, return the target card to its owner's hand. This seems pretty good. 3 steps ahead. Blood Hustler seems decent too. I think I'm going to go with the instant that has upside. Whenever you sacrifice this or another artifact, you may pay 2. If you do, at the beginning of your next end step, create a token that's a copy of that artifact. This does comment to player target instance or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Seems okay. Stable Master seems good. I'm just gonna take the Stable Master. I think it seems pretty good. Add 1 green. Turn target creature to its owner's hand, draw a card. Search your library for a card. There's so many rares. Surveil if you have no cards in hand, then draw 3 cards. Surveil 3 if you have no cards in hand, then draw 3 cards. So it's just draw 3. That seems decent. Also just a pretty good removal spell in green, or in black, I mean in red. Exile target non-token creature, return to the battlefield under its controller. At the beginning of the next end step. Steal X damage to target creature where X is 2 plus the number of other spells you cast this turn. The Drake seems decent here. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. I want to take this spider, but I think I will probably just take this. I think the spider's worth picking up, honestly. We already have, what, 1-2 instance. Target creature control gains haste until end of turn. Beginning of combat, target creature gains +2/+0. Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. Return target creature to its owner's hand. It's a pretty splashable card. This seems really good, just putting a counter on each creature that entered the battlefield. The removal's potentially just better, though. Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards, put a land card from among the cards into your hand. If you can't, create a treasure. As well as a top removal spell. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Gains haste, and then you sacrifice it. The mythics are really kind of weak. White is quite open. Haste and... Haste and protection from coyotes can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Seems pretty good. Seems like white's pretty open too. Sure, we'll just take the blue card, cut off blue a bit. It's a good blue card. Double strike, reach. I think we just go for... Whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, look at the top cards of the library. You may exile. There's in the bottom of your library. You may cast exile card without paying its mana cost. Surely this has got to be pretty good, right? Doesn't look like it. Based on some of the data. This is a battlefield. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional 1/1 counters whenever a legendary creature dies. This looks really good. Sure, let's just swing the pendulum a little bit. We'll take this, I guess. It says the battlefield exile target spell becomes plotted. Spells your opponent's cost from graveyards or from exile cost 2 more to cast. Rest in peace. Murder. It says when this deals combat damage to a player, if you've committed a crime this turn, you may sacrifice it. If you do, search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Not really sure why I took this, honestly. I think I'm just going to stick with like the aggro white plan. potentially. Create X 2/1 green vermin creatures where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Oh, this seems very good. What's our creature count at the moment? Low. We're kind of just like tiptoeing around. I think I'm gonna take this though. It's tough. It's between the two of these for sure. I think it's just Rise of the Varmints. Honestly, this card seems really, really good. Even if you're not in like a deck with a ton of things in the graveyard or self-mill, just being able to cast this late game could be really good. Take this beaver. Urthra. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red mercenary creature. Target creature gets whenever you activate an ability that targets a creature or player, copy that ability. I like this Dance of the Tumbleweeds, but I think I'm just going to take another creature for now. When this attacks, if it's saddled, it gets +X/+6, where X is the number of mounts you control. How many mounts do we control at the moment? 3 mounts? We could probably pick up another mount or 2. Whenever this attacks, create a 3/1 dinosaur creature token. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater. That card seems really fun. 1, 2. I would love like a fight spell. If it's not your turn, you may exile a green card from your hand rather than this. Destroy up to 2 target artifacts or enchantments. Whenever this enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Return that card to the battlefield. Sure, I'll take that. Seems fine. Just a flying 4/3 vigilance. Another naturalist seems good. I think we should be able to just like splash for something if we want to. I don't know if we're gonna actually want to. Well, this grizzly was kicking my butt the other day. So I think I'm just gonna have like a low curve and just try to smash face. We have a lot of good beaters. This is add 1 mana of color, spend this mana only to cast a mount spell. Look at the top cards of your library. If it's a mount, you may reveal it and put it in your hand. Seems like a decent desert. Pick up some more mounts, maybe. We have how many? 5 mounts? That's not bad. Pick up a few more mounts. It could be playable. It's also a desert for our Cactaratula. Another desert, potentially. The conduit is probably fine. Surveil 1, colorless, filter land if we want to splash. I don't know if there's anything that we actually want to splash for as it stands right now. But we'll see. Destroy target blocking creature. Creatures that were blocked gain trample. That's fine. What is this? Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to a creature equal to that creature's toughness, draw a card. Tap X. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player this turn, it deals that much damage plus X instead. Seems pretty good. Clear shot. Target creature control gets +1/+1 in the turn. Deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. I think these punch effects are really good in this format. I wouldn't mind like this bandit, but I think we're a bit more on the aggressive side. Could totally pick up some more non-creature spells, I guess. And we do need more playables overall. When this becomes plotted, target creature gets +3/+2 against trample until end of turn. This seems fantastic. Another removal spell. Change the target of a spell with a single target. Interesting. This creates bodies. I'm just going to take this guy. It's just another big beater. This is good with saddle. Helps you draw cards, so I'll definitely take this Wily Duke. Vanishing Verse is decent too. When this attacks, if it's saddled, it gets +1/+2 until end of turn. Then you may return any number of creatures that saddled this turn to their owner's hand. That seems very average. When this enters the battlefield, create a treasure. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 or +1/+1 when it's equipped. Take Wily. Beginning of your end step, if you haven't cast a spell from your hand this turn, put a 1/1 counter on this. Until end of turn, if you would put one or more 1/1 counters on a creature you control, put that many 1/1 counters instead. A 2/2 lifelink is quite good. We also have a Fling, as well as a Varmint. This card seems pretty good. There's also just more removal. I guess we should probably just take the removal, right? Who needs removal when you just got tons of creatures? I'll take another saddle. Just helps with our curve too. Nice little bird. Mill 4 cards. You may put 2 creature or land cards from among the milled cards into your hand. You may put 2 creature cards from your hand on the battlefield. Creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain hexproof and indestructible. That seems decent. Instead of battlefield, create a mercenary. Whenever you activate an ability, you may choose new targets. I don't think we have like many activated abilities. Let me just take another one of these guys. Wait. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. This seems decent too, though. I meant to take the stupid shepherd. Whoops. Okay. I don't know how good bovine intervention is. Doesn't seem all that great. We have what? 1. It's definitely low on removal. But I think we have a couple removal spells that we could splash for here. Potentially. All right, what do we have for removal? Let's see. We did pass up on a lasso. I think we kind of like did some interesting choices when we were drafting, maybe not the right ones. Deck still seems pretty good though. Let's see. We have hexproof, indestructible. So really just like 2 removal spells. Not convinced of the Smuggler's Surprise. We could splash. Pretty easily with the Naturalist. We do actually have a fair amount of creatures with power 4 or greater. Alternatively, we could bring in Derailment. Could bring in 1 Bovine. I just don't like how it feels like it can be very medium. Like it's gonna... You always want to trade up. You don't want to have to give them a 2/2. Prosperity or Ride Down actually seems okay. I think I'm just gonna run it like this, honestly. I mean, what's one of our? I mean, if anything, we splash for like the Derailment, and so like, what's 1 spell that we could cut 1 creature? I don't know. I'm just gonna run it. Let's see. I think the deck looks decent. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the game's not showing rank. This hand's pretty bad. I'm gonna mulligan. Oh, come on. Sure. Let's go bottom. Let's just go bottom. Maul to 5 to start. Looking good, looking good. Ye old alchemist, sure. What does this do? Whenever you commit a crime, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them. Okay. saddle this boy. Scry. It's very possible we're just supposed to find a different card other than this, but I guess this is okay. Took them a little while to decide if they were going to block my first striker there. I think they have a pump spell. Definitely don't need this right now. Okay, sure. I was really looking for a scry. I mean, we baited out their trick, so I guess that's fine. Oh. Alright, sure. I'm going to tap this down. Oh god, this is such a powerful rare. When this enters the battlefield, create an ox equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever you attack, draw a card, and you put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield with 4 or greater, power 4 or greater, enters the battlefield under control, draw a card. Whenever this enters the battlefield, add 1 mana of any color. Knowing our luck, they probably have a punch or a fight. Yep, I don't think there's any way out of this. GG. Oh, my back and neck are really sore. It's making this hard to concentrate on. But not bad for a mull to 5. I feel like we held up pretty strong for the fact that we had to mull to 5 that game. And let's go into game 2. I'm definitely going to keep this hand. We have a 2-drop. All we have to do is draw a land, and then we can play down our Grizzly, clear shot. Just a good curve. Good potential curve if we draw a land. Canyon Crab. It gets +2, -2. Beginning your end step, if you haven't cast a spell from your hand, draw a card, then discard. It's quite good. Alright, just dropped our Drover Grizzly. Can't swing into this Canyon Crab, unfortunately. But we might have a swing next turn if we hold our clear shot. Plotted. Oh, I just realized this doesn't cost 1. These spree spells are quite confusing, but that's just on us for being dumb. Hopefully we draw a land next turn. But we can also 2 for 1, potentially, if they try to block next turn. Yeah, we kind of messed up that last turn. Just gonna plot for now. We'll hold back. Spinewood Armadillo. Reach Ward 3. 7/7. That's pretty nuts. He just got an island though. Not too concerned about that. Or they have like a counter spell? Alright. Killed that off with the clear shot. A bit risky. But we gained 3, and we still have the Hustler's Rampage as well. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Damn. That's a crazy uncommon. Do we want 3 2/2s or do we want to just mill? I think we'll just mill for now with this instant, and then next turn we can Rise of the Varmints. I could be wrong though. Oh, get out of here. We just fought this card. Pretty ridiculous. Do we give this double strike? I don't think we attack. This rare is really busted. It's really unfortunate that we have to go against it back to back. What if we just go block, block, then we have 2, 4, 6, 9. Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I guess I should have just expected they have a pump spell. Tough games. Tough games. All right, hopefully in game 3 now we can have some better luck. This is not what I meant by that. When they have 1 mount card. Keep having to mulligan. Super annoying. This is decent though. I think I'm just going to keep the land. Scratch that. Surveil. We can drop our Wily Duke next. Whaley Duke. Whaley Duke. Nice. Okay, we just get a card. I didn't realize we'd get a card draw right away. That's pretty great. I didn't realize you could just saddle anytime, so that's pretty cool. It's fine. All right, I will drop. Oh, I can't drop anything. All right, let's just gain a life, draw a card. And say go. Weird, okay. All right, let's go land, and we can play Stagecoach Security. Get him for 5. Rambling Possum. Sure, okay. They're gonna get their Death Touch Snake back. That is annoying. don't really have a lot of ways to deal with the Death Toucher, guys, so I'm just going to do this. Go boom. Boom. That's a lifelinker. So now now the Death Toucher's gone. We can block the flyer. And we can also find mounted stuff. If we need, how many mounted cards we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty annoying. And they get their Death Toucher back? What did they just do? Oh my god. Jeez. Well, double block here, obviously. We have our ranch to start collecting more cards. They just keep reanimating stuff, which is super annoying. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Wow, this draft has just gone atrociously. Absolutely atrociously. Like, we've just had the worst possible luck, but it is what it is. I guess this is what happens in Arena. Best of one. Okay. GG's. 0-3. Deck. I thought our deck was solid, so that's super awkward. Brutal. Well, let's run it back. Yeah, I almost wanted to take another look at the deck there, but yeah, we had pretty good rares and what I thought was a decent build. Probably needed maybe a bit more removal. What are you going to do? Yeah, if you like what you watch, please comment, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. Cheers.